Hey guys, before you get into the video, just want to quickly say Shadow of Laughter is going to be covering this Machinedramon deck profile. Amiee was playing it though during the team event. Just like he covered yesterday's deck profile of Blue Hybrid that Trevor played, and he covered his own deck profile of Shinegreymon the day before. Now, the original plan, since this was a team, all three videos were going to be put together as one singular video as to enjoy. After seeing the length of them though, we decided it'd be best to split them off into 3 separate videos. So with that being said, on to Shadow of Laughter with the deck profile.
This is Amiee's Machinedramon deck profile. Now, this is what she ran in the main event and the side event. We changed it from main event to side event to alter it a wee bit. But this is how she ran it in the teams. So, we have 4 Mother D Reaper as the egg. We've had this in as far back as BT 13-14 for mostly raid protection. This just stops them raiding into your Machinedramon stack and ruining your day. So, because Mother sits on 15k, and most of the time on your Machinedramon or your Chaostra stack, you're on like 12, 13. So it just means Mother's always the biggest body. They have to go through Mother first. Next, we are not running level 3s in this deck because we're running Mothers. So on to level 4s, and we have 4 Raremon. As you can see, we've switched it to the regional participation stamp ones. Look nice. But Raremon's really, really good. He's treated as a cyborg, so you can trash him off some of your Tamer effects. His on-play and when digivolving is by trashing 1 card in your hand, draw 2. So you get to fill up your trash, you get to trash anything, and you get to draw 2. With him being a 4-cost drop as well, he's very, very good to have, very amazing. Heritable. When attacking by trashing a card, pop a level 3, helps you pop floodgates, helps you clear smaller bodies off the board, so hopefully you're focusing the rest of your effects on their bigger stacks, and just clearing their board, hitting through their security. Next, we are moving straight on to level 5s, because we run no more level 4s. Starting with the most important ones, we have 3 BT15 Megadramons, with the idea we're not digivolving up very much. This is the most important level 5 because it is a searcher. So on play when digivolving, reveal top 3, add a Machine Cyborg or SOC trait card to the bottom of the stack, and then add 1 such card to the hand, trash the rest. So you are not only filling your sources, you're filling your hand and you're filling your trash is the best thing to have. The when attacking effect, if you have the SOC trait Tamer in Digivolution cards, you can pop a level 3 or lower Digimon, or a play cost 3 or lower Digimon, as well as Tamers. Then, what's super nice is the when attacking D-Digivolve 1. This can stop your opponent going into ace plays. You just D-Digivolve their stack before they're able to get into rec level ace. It can also just help D-Digivolve the aces down. There's very little protection against D-Digivolve in the game right now, so this is one of the best forms of removal. Obviously Machinedramon does this the best. Run this at 3. Next we have 2 BT9 Megadramons. These are for mostly Tamer deletion. Obviously you can pop a play cost 3 or less Digimon or Tamer. So really trying to move things like Shotos off the board, as well as any other annoying 3-cost Tamer. TKs, Inas and Dragon Link, things like that. Just anything that is super, any of the Mind Link Tamers that like just gain memory or can help your opponent digivolve up and go to the bottom and stuff. You just remove them off the board before they become a problem, and they're very, very good for that. One of our many one-ofs, 1 Metal Mamemon. When digivolving, you reveal top 3, add a level 6 with Machine, trash the rest. It doesn't come up super often. Obviously this and the rest of the EX1 cyborgs all have the same effect. So they don't come up very often because obviously you can only Digivolve off your Raremons or hard playing or level 6s and stuff in this form of the deck. The when attacking inheritable is if it has machining traits, you delete a play cost 5 or less Digimon, which obviously is very good because it can hit all of the level 5 ES Digimon, as well as most level 4s and all level 3s. So this is very, very good for removal and trying to remove ES stacks very easily. If they've needed to hard play an ES or Digivolve into it and leave it out, this can just get rid of it, gain you loads of memory, and help your plays. We've got one of Andromon, same when Digivolving, and then inheritable is opponent's turn blocker if it has the machine trait, and then it's just very nice getting that blocker in the line, block with your machines, and yeah. And then can't have blocker without reboot, so while it has machine and traits against reboot, EX1 Machinedramon. Once again, exact same level, or when Digivolving effect as the other two. I will say it is nice to have them as separate Digimon so that you can run different codes and still have the same effect. See all of them for parrots mostly. We have another reboot inheritable, Andromon from the ST15. This one's also good because it has the when Digivolving D-Digivolve 1. And we like D-Digivolve, we like trying to remove Digimon this way because there's not a lot of protection against it. And reboot is very nice to have so that your opponents can't swing into your suspended Machinedramon stack and kill it off the board that way. Next, moving on to the more aggressive inheritables, we have EX1 Shinegreymon for piercing. Sometimes, if you've hard played this, either full cost or with the option card to make it cheaper, the when attacking to pop of 4k or less comes up. But mostly, once again, it's just the inheritable. Got one more piercing inheritable with the new EX7 Machinedramon. It has taken so many sets to come out for Machinedramon to get another piercing inheritable. It's so nice to have him. The on-play never happens. It can't happen in this deck because it's all Three Musketeer related. But to have another piercing inheritable in the deck after so long, it's very, very nice to have. We're very thankful. Similar to piercing, but slightly better. We've got Rapidmons, which have the inherited effect. All turns when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle, trash the top card of their security stack. This is very good for both turns. You can attack into their Digimon or block their Digimon, and then they lose security because you kill them. But I will say, the on-play when Digivolving to, once again, D-Digivolve 1 is very, very nice. Just to be able to play this out for 7 or for 4 by using the option card to reduce the play cost, and then D-Digivolve down a stack. If you're hitting an ace with that D-Digivolve, you're gaining even more memory, potentially keeping turn, be able to Digivolve into a Machinedramon or Chaosdramon. It's very nice to have. And then the second part of the effect, if you have a green Tamer, at the end of your opponent's turn, your opponent's effects can't delete this Digimon, turn it to the hand or deck. And you'll see why that now comes up later on. 1 BT11 Metal Tyrannomon, same inheritable as the Rapidmon. Obviously the original one for it. Again, just to have a different code to be able to stuff it under and have as many of those trash effects in the line as possible. Again, the on-play, for each green or black Tamer you have in play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then one of your opponent's suspended Digimon can't unsuspend during their next unsuspend phase. Can come up, lock down a board a bit, remove problems by not letting them become issues can be good, but once again, 100% mostly the inheritable it is used for. Then, again, another new addition from EX7, Gigadramon, or Collision. Collision is absolutely incredible to have, especially paired with the green cyborgs for the trash effect and the piercing from the red one. It is incredible to have, be able to not only remove bodies off the board by battle, but then still do security damage and trashing security off of that, and giving your opponent absolutely no choice in the matter. They have to block. It is mandatory for them to block. If they have an unsuspended Digimon, they have to do it. It even forces, like, if they're in a mother Shoto, it forces their mother to block, because the second part of the effect affects the player, and the mother will already have blocker from Shoto. So again, it just forces them to do that. If that is literally all they have, they can't hold off on it. They have to do it, and hopefully will then be able to swing through different times with smaller bodies or other Digimon and other stacks to then hit security and avoid the mothers. The on-play also does sometimes come up with this one because it's a little bit better. All it does is reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, and then it's looking for 3 Musketeers trait stuff, but which you can't add, you can't do anything with that. But what it does do is it then places all the reveal cards back on the top of your deck, or you can choose bottom as well, but it can go to the top, so you can just, if you need to, play this out and then see your top 4 and organize them how you want, so you can stack your deck. It doesn't come up as nicely as some other on-plays from level 5s, but it has done, and it is pretty good for that fact. We are running one of my favorites in the deck now, ST1 Metalgreymons. For this to be such an old card and pair so well with the new collision effect. So the ST1 Metalgreymons has the effect when this Digimon is blocked, gain 3 memory, which whenever you're forcing your opponent to block you, becomes a lot more of a FU to your opponent than it does block me, I dare you, because you can just force them to block with your collision, gain extra memory. If you're doing the Rush Machinedramon play, it essentially becomes like an even cheaper Machinedramon for yourself. There is a combo now where you can get a Machinedramon on the board 4-0, pairing this along with the EX1 Machinedramon, the option card to reduce play costs, as well as one more inheritable. And you get a 0 cost Machinedramon on the board. You can finally do it. We run this at 2. Used to have more collision inheritables in the deck, and that's why we have this at 2. We're looking to try and fit more of the Gigadramons in the future, but this is how the deck was running during the event. We have our last level 5, 1 EX7 Metalgreymon. This is part of the combo for a 0 cost Machinedramon, so this is the last memory gain, last 1 memory that you need to make it a 0 cost. Simply when any of your opponent's Digimon is deleted, by any means, gain a memory. It's very, very good for that in general, but what it's also good for is, again, paired with the idea if you have Tamers on the board already, and you do the cost reduction option card, you can make this a 2 cost level 5 drop as well, which means you have a level 5 on the board to Digivolve off into, super cheap on the board. So it's very good to have in the deck as well. Moving on to level 6s. Boy. 4 EX1 Machinedramons. We have 1 from the original set and the erratas, to include the level of the cyborgs you place underneath. But obviously this is the best Machinedramon. You play him down for essentially 7, because play him for 12, tuck 5, gain 5 memory, and then paired with the inheritables from before, and the option card, like I say, we can now get him for 0. Is obviously also very, very good. He can't be DP reduced, which does come up against yellow decks very, very often. Rapidmon and the like. And the all turns effect, to protect from deletion, you can trash 2 level 5s in the sources. So obviously, this guy, you have to run him. He is amazing. He is the deck. For more level 6s, we run Chaosdramons. Again, incredible level 6 to run. Now that we can get a 0 cost Machinedramon on the board, we can follow it up by the 1 cost of the Chaosdramon over it. Tuck more level 5s underneath. For each one, you can tuck up to 3, and then for each one you tuck, you de-digivolve 1. Then adds also protection from not only deletion like the EX7 Machinedramon, but bouncing to hand or deck. So more protection from blue and green based removal, and with the amount of blue in the format now, this becomes so necessary to have underneath and in your stack to protect from that. So incredible to have. Again, combined with the inheritables and the cost reduction option card, your Supreme Connection, you can get him for decently cheap now as well. I think it's you can essentially reduce by 3 and then gain back 4 memory. You can essentially play him for about 5, which is the cheapest you've ever been able to play him for, and he's very good to have down as a 5 cost level 6 essentially. So that's pretty cool to have. But yeah, 4 of him. And then finally, for level 6s, we have 3 Chaosdramon X antibodies. This guy is incredible to have. Going in to this guy over your machine and Chaosdra stack already there, being able to activate the when digivolving of the Chaosdra again to get even more sources underneath, because it gains all of the effects of Chaosdra and Machinedramon and name underneath. It's incredible. Starting me in, you're able to tuck an extra source of Cyborg or Machine of any level as well, so you're able to tuck the Raremons, for example, underneath, or whatever level 6 you don't have to get more protection. Absorbs the protection of the Chaosdramon and the EX1 Machinedramon underneath as well. And it has the all turns when it would be deleted to trash your top card of your opponent's security stack. It just, again, helps you get through their security even easier. So if you're crashing with their Digimon or too low to beat over their Digimon, you're still doing security damage and still not dying. This guy is the king of not dying. He is amazing. We run him at 3. Moving on to Tamers, the obvious one. We were already running the Mother. We have Shoto in at 4. It was the obvious choice once we saw everyone was pairing him with Mother. The broken combo of making Mother a blocker became even better to have Mother in the deck. The memory at the start of main phase really helps you go into your Machinedramon plays a lot easier as well. Being able to have the memory on your turn to be able to play that on that level 6 and then go off your stack really, really helps. And then making Mother a blocker is obviously incredible and broken. One other thing that we discovered you can do is, obviously because it's an end of turn effect, pair this with the option to give Russian Blitz. You can trigger him to give your Machinedramon stack piercing, so you don't need the piercing inheritable if you couldn't get it under. Just give piercing via Shoto, and that can be very, very helpful. But yeah, it is obvious, there for a reason. He also pairs with the ST Rapidmon. You finally have a green Tamer in the deck. the Rapidmon then gains the protection from deletion and bouncing as well, which means it's another sticky body that your opponent can't remove very easily, which is very, very nice to have at a level 5. Again, more obvious Tamers. It is a Machinedramon deck. Analog Mans. The start of main to trash level 5 and then gain 1, draw 1 helps you get cycle your cards to your hand, to your trash. Helps you gain that memory so you can, once again, go into your Machinedramon players, play them out, and leave your opponent either on as low as possible or keep turn. And then secondly, redirect. People are, especially Ancient Guru, are finding it very easy to get over blockers by just not being able to be blocked these days, so there's not a lot of protection against redirects. And he's very, very good for that. He just helps you stall out your opponent with big, giant blockers and big bodies that they can't get past. And this won very many games by just the amount of redirects we were able to get on board, along with blockers, and just stall out an opponent until they had nothing. Run 2 Marvins in the deck, again, for extra memory. For the Mind Link to give jamming and blocker. He's just good for the jamming mostly, so that your stacks definitely won't die to security. Especially if they are your level 5s or your lower DP stacks. We're running no DP boost inheritables obviously in the deck, as you see, so the jamming can be very, very nice to come up. Also, with the idea of Tamer removal, it's nice to tuck him under so he's safe, and then bring him out at the end of your opponent's turn, so that you at least have memory gain on your turn in some form or fashion. And then our last Tamer in the deck is another Mind Link one. One copy of Shu Yulin. She can Mind Link to X antibody Digimon. So the only target for her to Mind Link to is the Castra X. So it is just a one-of. You run 3 targets for her. But whenever she can get under the Castra X, not only does she give reboot to it, she gives it alliance. An alliance with your mothers. And then swing for 27k, I think it is. 28k for 2 checks. As you can see as well, we didn't run any of the Security Plus inheritance. This is the reason. You can just give Security Plus with the Alliance, and then prioritize things like piercing and trashing, so that we don't have to straight up hit in security just as much. We can subsidize with this. Once again, it's a memory setter, so again, with her being a Mind Link, you can just tuck her under so she's safe, and then bring back out at the end of your opponent's turn, and then you have a memory setter on your turn. Being able to have a consistent amount of memory every turn by setting to 3 and then doing all your memory gains, super helpful for the deck, once again. And alliancing with your mothers is always fun to do. Moving on to option cards for the deck, we're running 3 Supreme Connection. Incredible search for the deck, top 5. You add 1, trash 1 with Machine or Cyborg, and then put the rest at the top of your deck. So you're stacking your deck, know exactly what's coming up. Security effect is the exact same. Then you place it in the battle area. The delay effect is obviously playing down a Machine or Cyborg and reducing play cost by 3. Again, this is how we get out our bodies for much, much cheaper. Making sure we try and, if not keep turn, leave our opponent on low as possible, while still being able to play out our really massive bodies and overwhelm them really early on. So, incredible option card for the deck to have. We have 2 ET9 Attack of the Heavy Mobile Digimon. This is obviously 0 cost. It's incredible to have in the deck because it is the thing that allows you to have Rush and Blitz on your Machinedramon stacks. gives a board effect that all your level 6s with machining traits have rush, and on play it has sources blitz. So it means whenever you play down your Machinedramon, that you can just immediately swing and then do your gain memory, so it becomes 0 cost. So another important piece of the combo. On top of that, it is security bomb. So in security, if it's hit, trash a Digimon with cyborg or machining traits, and delete one of your opponent's Digimon whose play cost is less than or equal to trash card. So obviously you can just trash your Machinedramons, Chaostras, your big guys. They're like play cost 12 to like 13. So you're hitting some really big bodies, especially if you pair this with like Ace Digimon. Like they're much bigger than them, and you can always kill even the level 7 Aces, like Paladin mode and stuff. So very good to have. And then our final option card in the deck is once again another bomb of sorts, Triton Arm. So again, de-digivolve, so useful to have. Nothing really protects from it. So the security effect de-digivolves 3. The main effect, again, de-digivolve 3 on one of your opponent's Digimon, but it also adds the start of main phase. This Digimon must attack to one of your Digimon. So, as you know, goading your opponent's Digimon into attacking right before they can do any sort of plays with that Digimon or any of their other things can help you a lot, making sure that you're removing bodies off the board, you're able to block with them before they're able to get bigger, redirect, so on and so forth. It's very nice to be able to force your opponent into playing how you want them to play. And boom in. And it came up quite a few times. It's very nice.